Workout started. Steady 1 hour at 7 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer. Go.
Good morning, everybody. This is the running jackal.
Zone 4.
Just getting into his run. I'm going to be running to Lockside Trail via the Mt.Doug. I'm going to go do some nice, quiet trails. I'm starting this recording at about 10 minutes in. And I'm going to try and stay out of zone 4.
Time 10 minutes. Distance 1.36 kilometers. Average heart rate 137.
Harvest Lane is a climb.
Zone 4.
Thank you. I was just about to say that I normally walk up to the steps of the trailhead. So, I have done 4 days. This is my 4th day of 1 hour of running. I've done 2 street sessions, and this will be my 2nd trail session. I think that's right.
Zone 3.
I think that's right. I do have my point and shoot camera, so
Time 11 minutes. Distance 1.47 kilometers. Average heart rate 139.
I will take a picture of this beautiful, what is it now? Lilac. A white lilac.
Auto pause. Zone 2.
Alright. So I continue my slow climb to the steps.
Workout resumed. Faster.
I think I've set 7:30 as my pace, which would be quite optimistic actually for today. That's more of a road running pace, not factoring in quite as many walk breaks. So, I've been busy with my editing. I kind of need to do some kind of creative stuff when I get home in the evening. It's just not much fun watching YouTube videos all the time. But if I can
22 seconds behind.
If I can
Time
actually
12 minutes. Distance 1.55 kilometers. Average heart rate 127.
If I can actually put some creative content into my evenings, I go to bed a lot more contented. So I'm now on dirt, still climbing. I don't normally record all of this hiking that I do. I am supposed to be the running jackal, but I hope to stay running for a long, long time. I'm going to start running any second now. I'll wait for something. I'll wait for a message from Samantha.
Time 13 minutes. Distance 1.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 131.
Alright. She's my coach today. As I approach my 4th most favorite Douglas fir tree in this forest, I will take a photograph of it as I continue on my merry way. Last little bit of climbing for a while, and then I have some swoopy, dreamy downhill to do. And then I climb up into the meadows again, go over the top.
Time 14 minutes. Distance 1.71 kilometers. Average heart rate 132.
Head down
Zone 3.
into the Blenkinsop Valley. Around the hour, I will turn back. Not to the hour, sorry. At the 30 minutes, I will turn back.
Zone 2.
Which will guarantee that I will get a 36-minute show. Easy peasy. A lemon squeezy.
Zone 3.
Still catching my breath from the run into the climb, into the hike. Cresting very soon with 6 minutes of audio.
1 minute 44 seconds behind. Time 15 minutes. Distance 1.76 kilometers. Average heart rate 130.
I can see the top of the hill now. But my heart rate is giving you some kind of indication of my effort level. Plus my broken speech. I see a person up ahead. 2 and a dog. Hello. 2 and 2 dogs.
Zone 4.
Hello. I cross Glendenning and head down.
Zone 3.
I'll have to think of a name.
Time 16 minutes. Distance 1.87 kilometers. Average heart rate 136.
This splendid slope.
Zone 4.
Zone 4 on a downhill. That's my level of excitement today.
Steady. Zone 5.
So this splendid slalom course will be a little less splendid because I'm doing an out and back. I will be doing exactly this trail in reverse in about, let's say,
Time 17 minutes. Distance 2 kilometers. Average heart rate 143.
in about 13 minutes. According to Samantha, I'll be turning back. So you're going to catch most of my downhill joy. It's almost perfect running conditions. A light drizzle, Scotch mist.
Zone 4.
Hello. Hi, dog. Good dog. Hello.
Steady. Zone 3.
Guy was training his dog to behave. Now I start a bit of a climb back to
1
the...
minute 57 seconds behind. Time 18 minutes. Distance 2.14 kilometers. Average heart rate 135. Faster.
So my heart rate is well under control now. A couple of little hysterical blips earlier on in the run, but that's normal for me. I was recording my intro to my editing extravaganza that I did last night. I pushed 2 shows into one, and I edited somebody else's material. 3 people, in fact. Ben, Martha, and Bruce. all experienced the
Time 19
fickle
minutes. Distance 2.22
finger
kilometers. Average heart rate
of
133.
fate. I don't really want to edit too much, but I don't really want to spend too long doing it, so it is quite dramatic the way I edit by the yard. Alright, I'm gonna start running again now. There's a slight uphill, but less than it was a little earlier. Not nearly as steep. This is probably more like a 1 in 8. Up 1 for every 8.
Time 20 minutes. Distance 2.31 kilometers. Average heart rate 133. Time for hydration.
So 20 minutes.
Zone 4.
And I'm hiking. So that little push on the little 8 to 1 hill pushed me into zone 4. That's okay, that's what adapting to stress is all about. It doesn't have to be too stressful. As long as you don't want quick results. I'm going to slow down a little bit here because it's lots of roots and rocks. I'll take a photograph and pause the recording. Alright, so I'm already about 2 minutes behind the pace, but that's fine. As I say, I've had pretty much a full session of training this week. Total in e-biking was 60 on Tuesday, 22 on Wednesday, so that's 82k, that's 50 miles of e-bike, Monday, Tuesday. On Monday was a 90-minute hike, that's right. That was fun. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to do a long hike. Give my running legs a bit of a break as I approach the meadows.
Time 22 minutes. Distance 2.47 kilometers. Average heart rate 126.
So 8 minutes more in this direction should get me onto Blenkinsop Road and a little beyond. I've noticed that photography always slows me up a little bit. Hello, dogs. Hi. Hello. Come on by. Are those chocolate labs?
They are, yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
So now with the rain bringing in the bushes, I have to be concerned about water on my lens.
Time 23 minutes. Distance 2.56 kilometers. Average heart rate 130.
So everything's... all the systems seem to be working correctly. My breathing, my brain, my heart. Now I have to choose my moments for the photography. Looking for something slightly different from last week. There's definitely more cameras. Excuse me. I might take a photograph of the cameras.
Faster.
Okay, Samantha, I got it. I got this, as they say. So just coming up on 15 minutes on my recording. I will take another pause for a photograph here.
Time 24 minutes. Distance 2.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 131.
So now it's downhill. Downhill to Blenkinsop. Oh, there's some nice camas here too. I'll catch it on the way back. It's like a corridor of camas. Trying not to damage the delicate flowers. But it's not a lot of room now that the weight of the dew, DEW, on the leaves has brought the trail margins in.
Distance 2.71 kilometers. Average heart rate 124.
On the center. So there's even less room now. It's not quite the compulsory face wash which you sometimes get later in the season when there's more leaves and more rain. Then you can't run through here without getting your face washed. It's quite invigorating actually. I always comment on it. Alright, I don't want to trip today. That would be very awkward to explain. Now I've probably jinxed myself.
Time 26 minutes. Distance 2.81 kilometers. Average heart rate 120.
So 4 more minutes.
Faster.
And I can already hear Blenkinsop Road whirring away. About 500 meters from here as the crow flies. And about 800 meters as the jackal runs.
Zone 3.
I think I'm going to call this one Zone 4 Downhill. Just to freak them out. But I definitely remember hearing Zone 4
Zone 2.
on a downhill.
5 seconds behind.
Hello.
Time 27 minutes. Distance 2.94 kilometers. Average heart rate 126. Steady.
Yep, this will just about put me on Blenkinsop Road. And then I'll turn around.
Zone 3.
Which will mean that all this downhill is going to be all that uphill. Which is fine because by then I would have put my voice recorder away for the day and gone home to do my final cut. This one's probably just going to be a no-nonsense real-time.
Time 38 minutes. Distance
Can't call it that
3.04
anymore.
kilometers. Average heart rate 129. Auto pause.
Because I have paused
Workout resumed.
the recording. It's still going now as I approach my destination on the outward leg. Then I'll be running back into the silence. Yep, I've reached the Blenkinsop Valley. I'm going to take a couple of photos just before she tells me that I'm halfway to my goal. Some agricultural workers.
Workout resumed.
Yep.
Zone 1.
Nothing much to record here. I'm just hesitant to cross the road when it's going to tell me any second now to turn back. I guess I could check how long that will be. I got here slightly quicker than I thought. Yep. I got another 2 minutes to go. So I will go those 2 minutes. This is asphalt. Those noises are cars. Wet tires on wet asphalt.
Time 29 minutes. Distance 3.18 kilometers. Average heart rate 120.
So I seem to have made up some distance on my earlier anticipations. Must have been all that zone 4 downhill running. Just about to turn onto Lobe Runner, which will take me to Lockside Trail. There's one spot.
Time 30 minutes. Distance 3.29 kilometers. Average heart rate 132. Halfway to your goal. Faster.
Alright, so that's the halfway spot. And I'm now putting my camera away. So now I've got 22 minutes recorded of audio, and I'm turning back onto the trail system again until I get to Harvest Lane. Let me see, 22 and a half minutes of audio means I need another 10, would be 32 and a half. Another 14 minutes basically. As I climb out of the valley and back onto the shoulders of Mount Douglas. I am managing to get my face wiped by some of these ranches.
Time 32 minutes. Distance 3.50 kilometers. Average heart rate 135.
So my heart's having a happy time. I have my effort level, I'm guessing, up at around 75 to 80%. This is the kind of load that I can deal with for more than a couple of hours. Running 4 days straight is something I haven't done for quite a long time, so it's kind of made it interesting. I'm almost forced to hike tomorrow. I don't want to spend too much time on the e-bike. It is probably one of my easier workouts.
6 minutes 5 seconds behind. Time 33 minutes. Distance 3.58 kilometers. Average heart rate 134.
I'm not saying that any of them are easy. They're as hard as you want them to be. But in my case, I'm using my heart rate stats to decide how hard it should be. Anything weight-bearing is going to be harder than anything seated. That applies to e-bike, rowing, indoor, elliptical, all those things. Mind you, elliptical, you are standing. So, I guess in a way, you are weight bearing.
Time 34 minutes. Distance 3.67 kilometers. Average heart rate 135.
This is where I was going to take that other Camus corridor photograph. Let me pause this. I just noticed that my Sony is almost out of batteries. I have one bar left. So I might say goodbye to you early today. Then I'll just have to find it if the thing didn't die on me. I could say goodbye to you now and then carry on. So this is the running jackal with his first attempt to say goodbye. 25.
35 minutes. Distance 3.72 kilometers. Average heart rate 132.
25 minutes in, 26 minutes in on his audio, and 35 minutes in, I think it was, on the Samantha, on the moving time. Pretty soon I'll be running again when I hit the meadows, but I still have 10 more glorious minutes with you. Yep, it could be a little cooler actually. The humidity is way up there, probably 100%. It is drizzle after all. The air cannot hold any more moisture.
7 minutes 33 seconds behind. Time 36 minutes. Distance 3.79 kilometers. Average heart rate 132.
So my heart is working nicely. It's a bit like those low-powered cars, motorcycles, motor scooters. They use what they call a constant velocity automatic transmission, which keeps the engine revving at the optimum speed for the speed you're traveling, I should say. It keeps the engine as steady as possible according to your throttle settings, obviously. If you open her up, it'll open up. But if you don't touch the throttle, eventually the revs will drop or raise.
37 minutes. Distance 3.85 kilometers. Average heart rate 131.
Depending on the load on the little engine. And in this case, it's my little hut. Any long-term listeners, I will spare you that little phrase in future. I have started cutting down on my repeated verbiage as I pop out onto the meadows again. Up, up, up. That's one I will keep. Let me take another photograph. We're at 28 on the audio, so another 8 minutes will give me what I wait.
Distance 3.92 kilometers. Average heart rate 130. Auto paused. Workout resumed.
Alright, so, yep, I've got about 6 minutes more to speak with you. And it looks as if the battery will last till the end of this recording. And I'll just have to ignore the other one altogether. Just leave it there, where it was. Nice to be out in the open again. I'll let you listen to the birds in stereo. Definitely happy bird sounds
Zone 2.
and happy
9 minutes, 10 seconds behind.
jackal
Time 39 minutes.
sounds.
Distance 3.97 kilometers. Average heart rate 129. Zone 3.
So, stepping over these moon rocks, trying to remain clean and vertical for the rest of this run. I have my road shoes on, so I'm having to be a little more deliberate when I'm on the wet rocks, which is, this whole area is wet rocks. But undulating, photo worthy for sure. This little relive video that I'm generating now will be my trailer
Time 40 minutes.
for this
Distance
show.
4.03 kilometers. Average heart rate 126. Time for hydration. Auto pause. Workout resumed.
So 40 minutes. I have 20 minutes to get home. I deserve a little bit of downhill now. Parts of this will sound like that nature podcast that I like so much, The Wild. Yep. It's all about accents. I'm sure a lot of people are somewhat interested in various British kind of accents. Mine
Time
is
41 minutes. Distance 4.12 kilometers. Average heart rate 119.
pretty mellow by now, having spent so many years here. But I've been communicating with a friend in South Africa, and his accent really is something to behold, to be here. It is very strong, but I believe that is because he is an Afrikaans speaker, which is a form of Dutch. But I was talking to him about languages, and he speaks about 4 or 5 African languages, plus Dutch. So I guess he lives in a multilingual community.
Time 42 minutes. Distance 4.24 kilometers. Average heart rate 120. Zone 2.
So now I should be able to build on my effort level, even on the downhill. You might well hear a zone 4 downhill today, once again. If you do, that'll definitely be the title. I just have to accelerate just a little bit more. It feels good to accelerate.
Slower. Time 43 minutes. Distance 4.41 kilometers. Average heart rate 129.
The trail levels off now. So you might get a zone 4, especially if I push. There you go. If I push into the uphill, I didn't have to. I was zone 4 on the downhill. This is where I turn up towards Glendenning again. This was that wonderful swoopy trail that I still haven't latched a name to.
Time 44 minutes. Distance 4.58 kilometers. Average heart rate 137.
I can run a little bit. Let's play here zone 4 again.
Steady.
Still going up.
Zone 4.
There you go. I bet you knew that was coming. In a way, I'm listening to my body, and you guys are also attuning to my desires of oxygen.
9 minutes 34 seconds behind. Time 45 minutes. Distance 4.71 kilometers. Average heart rate 136.
So I have 15 minutes to get home, and I have 36 minutes recorded. So this is where the running jackal says goodbye. Again.